Welcome to the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education's video series on educator evaluation. This video explains the transition of the educator evaluation process from a system of compliance and gotcha to one of continuous growth. We'll discuss the research that supported this transition and the development of Missouri's theory of action as the foundation of the state's model educator evaluation system and the development of the essential principles of effective evaluation. In the past, the typical evaluation system seemed to be designed primarily for the purpose of hiring and firing. It attempted to provide a defensible way to release teachers for poor performance. This poor performance was seldom based on their students' performance and occurred relatively infrequently. In June 2009, the New Teacher Project published a report titled The Widget Effect, Our National Failure to Acknowledge and Act on Differences in Teacher Effectiveness, which fueled a shift in the purpose of the evaluation process from one of gotcha to one of growth. This report addressed this ongoing debate by examining how well evaluation systems identify the effectiveness of the teacher. The report declared that current evaluation systems are basically indifferent to whether teachers are effective at teaching. It presented overwhelming evidence that ratings assigned to teachers did little to reflect their actual effectiveness at helping students learn. Most importantly, the report also described teachers' effectiveness as the most important factor for schools in improving student achievement, and yet found that it was not measured, recorded, or used in any meaningful way. While it is widely recognized that teachers are least effective in their beginning years, findings from this study found that 66% of new teachers received a rating greater than satisfactory on their most recent performance evaluation. The study also found that 81% of administrators and 57% of teachers say there is a tenured teacher in their school who is performing poorly. Additionally, 43% of teachers say there is a tenured teacher who should be dismissed for poor performance. Troublingly, the percentages are higher in high-poverty schools. Records of school districts in this study confirm the scarcity of formal dismissals. At least half of the districts studied did not dismiss a single non-probationary teacher for poor performance in the time period of the study, which ranged from 2 to 5 years in each district. What was most problematic about the findings of the report was that a large majority of teachers rated at the top 2 levels, making it impossible to identify truly exemplary practice. In other words, if everybody is great, then nobody is great. If you can't find best practice, then you can't replicate it. We find ourselves in a new era of education, a time of increased professional accountability for the purpose of helping students learn at higher levels. New processes of educator evaluation support this shift. The old paradigm of educator evaluation primarily addressed the issues of a small percentage of educators not effective at teaching students. It offered nothing of value to the overwhelming majority of well-intentioned educators wanting a way to continuously improve their skills at effectively teaching students. The process of educator evaluation today turns this upside down. The new process of evaluation now serves the needs of the majority by providing clear expectations, tools, and feedback to support their desire for improvement and growth. The theory of action that serves as the foundation for Missouri's new model educator evaluation system and the essential principles of effective evaluation best illustrates this shift in the process of educator evaluation from one of gotcha to growth. The theory of action was developed in partnership with hundreds of educators representing current practitioners teaching and leading in schools, educator preparation institutions, and every major education organization in the state. It is founded on the belief that improving educator practice improves student performance. It states that When an evaluation system is designed to provide accurate, reliable data identifying growth opportunities in educator performance, then new strategies and focused feedback can be applied to generate growth in an educator's practice. When new strategies and focused feedback address specific growth opportunities, then improved educator performance can be validated and replicated. And when improved educator performance is validated and replicated, then an aligned and effective system will produce improved student performance. The basic premise of the theory of action maintains that the evaluation process exists to generate growth in the practice of teachers and leaders, resulting in the improvement of student achievement. The Missouri Professional Continuum acts as a blueprint for development. Regardless of where along the continuum an educator's performance rates, a description of a more effective and sophisticated level of performance is the next step over. In other words, the continuum describes a progression of best practice. The goal for creating a process of evaluation that emphasizes growth instead of the gotcha is perhaps best summarized by Dr. Robert Marzano when he said, "The most valuable evaluation model will not only meet state legislative requirements, it must produce gains in student learning. Next-generation models, grounded in sound research, will emphasize teacher growth and development. As teachers' classroom instructional practices improve, districts should see a corresponding improvement, measurable and consistent, in student achievement." You can find more information regarding the essential principles of effective evaluation and the state's new model educator evaluation system on the Office of Educator Quality's homepage at desi.mo.gov/EQ.